Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to day 2 of the Road to Revengeance tour. I am your commentator, Angelo Stampede, and I'm joined, as always, with...
your boy, Jackson, Jimmy Jackson, JJ Jackson for short. We are indeed on the second step of the Road to Revengeance. Thank you.
Anyone who's seen the first day will know that already we have started this tour with some big matchups and tile changes. All sorts happened. So many people were injured. It was fantastic. Honestly, if you haven't gone back and seen it, go back and watch it on the NSFW network, which is just a YouTube page, but go and watch it anyway. But today, we're going to bring it down a bit more. Not so much on the title scene, but just more on the development scene, because we've got a lot of new names in this show. We've got some pretty well-rounded matches, but we also have word that there's going to be quite a few small revelations taking place tonight.
Of course, yes, we've heard that Carlo is going to come out to continue his discussion about they was so rudely interrupted last night about who's going to be the #1 contender of the men's title currently held by Richard the Problem Prothero.
Of course, there's also talk about the women's division. Obviously, Katie and Ellie, they're going 1-on-1 at Revengeance. Could be more developments on that. We need a new contender for the regional belt, because we have a new champion as well. And of course, the tag title scene. Not much has been said about that, so we've got to see where that goes. But in the meantime, we're going to go straight into our first match of the evening, which is Rhea versus Washu.
Honestly, until a couple of seconds ago, I've been calling her Rhea as well. I'm sorry.
Going to kick this off with a women's contest. Coming out first, making her singles debut, representing the team Go Team mascot, Rhea.
Yes, the Go Team mascot is very much the underdog tonight, as indeed it is any night, but we never know. There could be a shock on the cards against her opponent, Washu.
Go Team mascot consisting of Junko, the EMAG mascot, Nikki, Rhea, and of course everyone's favourite giant, lovable, huggable robot failure, NB Geist.
Yes.
NB Geist is in action later on tonight. Check it out, he will lose, as he always does. Now, Rhea is quite down to earth, she's a lovely girl, so why are we putting her in the ring with Washu?
Because we are horrible people and we deserve to go to hell.
Washu.
Okay.
Washu, having had 2 matches at Aim for the Top, first match, decimated Nikki. Took her out the stage, threw her into the ring, 1 washing machine later, done. Heads into the next round, could not take on Katie in a fair one-on-one fight, got herself intentionally DQ'd.
And then worked her after the match as well, because that's just the way she rolls. Pretty smooth 4x4 driving, as we've just seen there. I'm surprised she didn't just drive straight into the audience. She has that look in her eyes.
Strange, she's a strange addition to Team Daka. As we mentioned last time, ENR, crazy as it is with them. Lord Chris, who still hasn't won a match.
Yep,
and
very much the group stackers.
And then you've got your loose cannon in Washu. So who knows what's going to happen?
Rhea isn't giving it a time of day. This may go on to be a mistake.
Washu straight in.
Instantly. Yes, and she climbs. Awful lot of decides against it. I was about to say, there's a lot of high flying in the early matches.
She's just toying with the opponent right now.
Indeed, yes.
Rhea, not known for her in-ring experience. Washu, stiff right hand to the back of the head.
I heard that.
Washu
immediately on the edge and gets forced outside.
She's not afraid to get into fights.
As we've seen.
She may not look it, but I think she enjoys it.
Well, of course. Anyone that's followed the progress through Aim to the Top knows exactly what you mean by that.
Taking Rhea out to the outside, straight into the corner post.
Yeah. Very hard place you're going to end up. Probably don't want to wrap your face around it too often. But she doesn't have a choice. Oh. Could this be a shocking fight back? She has had none of the action so far. But now gets to dish her own little makeover using the side of the barricade there. But no.
Washu eyeing up that announce table
with trepidation.
Obviously, we'd just like to give a big shout out to our Esperanto announce team.
I don't know what to say, but they roll their R's very nicely.
To be quite honest, I don't know why we have them.
Yeah, there are no real Esperanto speakers, just liars that don't want to admit that they don't know Spanish. Oh, good, they've sat down. It means they didn't want to fight me. That's good. Oh, that's that shouldn't. That isn't going to count. The referee is counting. The countouts go up to 20.
Yep, we go by a 20 rule in this company.
They don't want to go out for too long, as we've seen rolling back in.
And here we go, folks.
It's time.
Oh,
no.
Gutbuster.
Gutbuster. Yes.
Thought for a second there she was going to go for the washing machine.
She almost doesn't need to.
And she doesn't. Puts her away.
Absolutely squiddly squashed. And the Washu train claims another victory.
For a woman who threw away her own opportunity of going for the belt and aim for the top, she's looking to set the record straight and put herself back into contention.
She didn't want to fight. She didn't want to fight only 3 people for the belt. She wants to work her way through the entire women's roster.
Wait, what's Mr. Oh no, not this again.
Where's his hat?
He's in a rush to get to the ring and just talk about his business. I have got a report that yes, yet again he has paid for time on this show.
Oh, for God's sake!
He obviously has
it's
something else to complain
about. It's not
about.
like they're giving it properly, would they?
See what he has to say. Right, that didn't take very long. Seems like he's not the only person that's paid for some time on this broadcast, as Hollywood Will makes his way to the ring.
Although it's nice to see him in person instead of having to pay for a pirate commercial like he did last time at Close to the Top.
Infamous for its horrible, childish quality. At least this time he's decided, you know what, screw the gimmicks. I'm going to come out and actually voice my opinion. Maybe shill a few DVDs and t-shirts in the time being.
Stating his completely unique statement there, join us. He hasn't borrowed from anyone else ever.
His shoe collection at this moment in time is enormous. Well, it's quite clear, ladies and gentlemen, that both of these men are on the same page. They have the same grievances against Carlo, and Matt's just offered what seems to be an olive branch to Will, but no answer. Will accept it?
Whether or not he's going to take it, it's going to be a surprise. If he does, then woe betide the rest of the roster, and if he doesn't, well, he's going to have the full wrath of that to deal with. I wouldn't like either way to happen, to be honest.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Singles action. And the singles debut of the Marked Merchant. Did you know that if you go to nsfwshop.com/eu/I'd like a load of shirts please .net/something or other, he is on there 24 hours a day shilling the merchandise?
I don't think that's a real website. I think that's just literally a name for his shirt store outside Shepherd's Bush, and it's just a front. He is just selling cocaine there. Look at his eyes. You really think he's selling?
I'm not looking at his eyes. I'm looking at that proper Pringles moustache that he's got there. Not allowed to say the actual name. Because then we owe them money, and you know this company. If we're not selling merchandise, we're not making any money.
Oh yes, good old Pringles. Once you pop, you go deaf.
Got himself a good opportunity to write his name into the winners column.
Well, it's got possibly the greatest opportunity of all time, because he's against the legendary big bag of bollocks, Geist himself. Is it a robot or is it a child inside a robot?
To be
costume?
quite honest, we don't care. In any case, formerly known as the Bastard Chief, MB Geist in his 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 10th incarnation, what can we say about him other than he's literally there to take up space?
Yes, in his last 3 fights, he has lost to both a monkey, a turnip, and a monkey that's just eaten a turnip but doesn't want to move because it's had a nice dinner. He is the best member of Team Mascot because he embodies the spirit of failure.
Guy's looking like he's put on a few pounds since we last saw him. He used to be so slim and so slender, and now he just doesn't care.
Yeah, that's his firewalls exploding. We tried to run Worms 2 on his hardware, and he just started setting himself on fire. What are the wings for?
Decoration. Like apparently they just fitted them on because the whole idea was that eventually he'd be able to levitate. In the chance that obviously you can't pin a man if his shoulders can't touch the ground.
And I believe that is not LEDs through his eyes, that is actually just fire because some of the components have already set alight.
I personally believe that he is fueled off hatred, and that's just the hatred coming through.
It is his hatred for himself?
It's too bad he can't use it in any meaningful capacity. Speaking of which, the bell's about to ring, and here we go.
What?
And guys, start with
this is embarrassing. I think we probably shouldn't have insulted Geist. I think we might have triggered something. Good lord.
Slaps the Mark Merchant down to the ring, down to the canvas, and he keeps wailing on his back.
I don't know what to say. This is incredible.
We've never seen this much offense from Geist. But I have heard...
He's gone for a pinfall so soon. Could be.
1 count.
Just get to 1 count. That would have been crushing.
I mean, the Mark Merchant, he's an old school guy.
Yeah.
Like, he's proper.
I think
like
he's
1920s.
just scared by this newfangled technology.
I think he's he's a bit of a showman. I mean, he's a salesman. You know, you've got to have some pizzazz, and just by offering MB guys some room.
Already gone. Oh. It's almost like he let him have the upper hand just so he could make this piece of shit look good.
Hey, if the match looks good, you're going to sell more tickets.
And I mean, it means I can afford my 4th swimming pool. My last one was filled with crayons.
Suplex. I don't know how to respond to that.
You've never swum the swimming. Oh, hello!
I can't honestly say that's even a practical idea.
But while we've been talking about swimming in child's colouring implements, I thought there was going to be some kind of. You've just lost my brain. How dare you?
Geist just trying to figure out what he's.
Know where he is.
He's trying to figure out how to beat this guy.
He actually feels that he could have his first win. It should be a new feeling. No, he's
throws him down to the canvas.
It's clearly a
quick cover in the
familiar
corner.
sight, but at least he's beginning to kick out a 2. That was a problem the first 300 times. But it's almost not going to matter.
Mark Merchant's got himself position. And he's...
One.
Oh, here it is.
Is
the
it cross-faced chicken wing?
Is that it? Has he got him? And he tapped.
Inevitability, really. After a shaky start, the Mark Merchant finally was able to pull through and deliver the result I think we all were expecting.
To be fair, Mark Merchant gave him a bit of leeway because what's going to sell more? A half-a-star match or a 2-star match?
It's the hope spot, basically.
He knows as well that by putting on better matches, he himself earns more money.
Yeah.
That is the sign of a true businessman.
And also, he's got to be nice to him, because if we keep on squashing Geist, eventually he's just going to turn on us.
Just a quick reminder, folks, there are plenty of Geist shirts still available on our website.
There always will be.
And when we say plenty, we mean, oh God, please buy them. We have no more room. Why we keep making them, who knows.
Can I fill my 4th swimming pool with Geist shirts?
Probably. Carlo coming down to the ring, making his weekly address, I guess?
Yeah, he was supposed to finish it last week, but he had some rather rude interruption.
Well, hopefully this time we'll get down to exactly what's happening with the men's championship scene. Again, there's been a lot of rumours about the No.1 Contendership. No one knows at this point.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Just as we were about to find out, here comes Ian R. Of course it would be Ian.
Does he actually know where he is?
He's clearly not thought this through, much like a lot of things in life.
I'm going to assess that he's probably not the #1 contender for the men's championship. Although I wouldn't put it past Carlo, to be honest.
Regardless, it looks like we've got Ian coming out to say his piece. Let's listen in. I'm sure he's got something to say. Oh,
Praise
no.
be!
Carlo's had enough of his shit and has decided to take matters into his own hands.
That's what everyone else is thinking, but surprisingly, Ian knows that when he's threatened. That is a good development. Good on you, Ian. You may have a biscuit.
Well,
Actually, wait, he's attacking the manager, so...
Well, regardless, I mean, Ian has come out. He's spoiled the announcement, but he's made one of his own. He has directly challenged Lexi for the regional championship.
That is worrying.
That is very worrying, and Carlo's having none of it. But, I mean, we might find out later tonight if it's official or not.
That sounds like legitimately the worst idea I've ever heard. And I suggested filling a swimming pool full of crayons.
Looks like we'll have to find out next week as to what's happening. Again. We're back. We've got another women's contest coming up to you. And this one is going to be a belter. With Ren taking on Panda Jerk.
Now, Panda Jerk, you may recall from the women's tournament in Aim for the Top, sadly went out in the first round, I believe.
Very good matchup against Ellie Edwards.
Yep.
Came out on the wrong end. Ren, on the other hand, not too bad. Not too bad a run for her.
Also ended up facing defeat at the hands of Ellie.
But both these women, even though they didn't advance to the finals, they put up some of the biggest fights in that tournament. So they are to be looked at in terms of where they might end up being within this division.
And considering who beat them, if Ellie ends up winning at Revengeance, of course, we may know who our new #1 contenders could be.
Both Ren and Panda Jerk part, got some great power behind them. Ren, obviously affiliated with Mr. Matt, as they're together, and of course Panda Jerk together with her siblings as the Merry Clan. There's, they've got a lot of backing. They've got that manpower behind them to really push them through the division.
I find it rather interesting that neither of them have any support for this match. You'd think that both of them would bring people out with them.
Maybe they don't need them. And here comes one of the most irritating.
Wow. If you've just joined, hello. This is happening.
The Jerk, the jester of the Merry Clan, many will say.
I didn't know she could play trombone.
I don't think she can. I think that's a backing track.
Don't ruin my fun.
We're destroying kayfabe as we speak, ladies and gentlemen.
I will damn slap you, Angelo. Yeah, so she's entering the ring strangely revitalised, and she's got a lot of movement on her for someone who hasn't really had that much experience. Oh, I see now. She's drinking from it. Ah.
Makes all the sense. Some of them Panda branded soft drinks.
Again, we aren't allowed to discuss those. Start off working the leg, and beautifully utilising the ropes there to throw her over. Immediately goes for a quick cover, but no. And immediately Ren starting as she needs to go on. She did state to the top that she wanted to take the crown and rework the entire women's division into her image, and this could be the first step of it. But not when she misses like that.
As we heard, aim for the top. The Merry Clan's entire focus at this point in time is to try and claim the belts of every division in the company. Obviously, the Merry Men took down the TFP, claimed the tag belts. Panda Jerk says she's going to go and try and reclaim, well, just claim the women's belt.
At this moment, it seems like a particularly bold claim as Ren is... Oh! That is...
Some form of...
Very confusing.
Some form of torture rack.
That Argentine backbreaker position is converted... Oh! Well scoured and reversed by Panda Jerk there. He's about to give her a taste of her own medicine.
And then she has a huge temper tantrum. Or a seizure, I'm not quite sure.
Does she? We have the meds, but no, she's back in it.
Big clubbing
Clawing
forearm.
her face.
That was...
Ren's starting to see stars there.
Some very confusing manoeuvres coming from
Panda Jerk. Ren's starting to build it back again. Throws her straight out, tosses like a rag doll.
Oh, bounce on the ropes. Dives through the ropes.
Did you hear the scream there? 2 feet right into the face of Panda Jerk, and I think the audience have gone wild. The bastards. And it continues on the outside as the referee slowly continues the count. He's at 3 at the moment. It's a 20, but it won't be necessary as Panda Jerk rolls back into the ring.
Very surprised actually with the way Ren has gone about the beginning of this match. Like, when we saw her aim for the top, she wasn't the cleanest of competitors.
Yes, right.
I mean, when she had Ellie, they'd fight at ringside. they'd tussle around a little bit. And she would use that, she'd use that outside ring area to her advantage.
Yeah, it seems to be a completely different Ren. Well, I'm not necessarily surprised by it. I think you just needed to find a different strategy. And it seems to be working, but she is just absolutely humiliating Panda Joe right now. With
just wore it out, dropped her down. And hang on.
It is.
Oh my god.
Rampage. I think that
is the Rampage, and she goes for the cover.
Is this going to be it?
No.
No. Panda Joker has a bit more fight in her. Surprisingly. As we see, it continues, and she's run lower back first into the turnbuckle, and then slammed down again. She's climbing. What are we going to see here?
Oh!
Wow!
Turning in mid-air into a double stomp. Didn't quite get the full effect of it though.
Didn't quite connect in the centre, but still there was a connection.
Can't quite understand why she added the 180 spin, but...
Well, she just wanted to look flashy.
Oh, and Panda Jerk's going for a dive of her own.
Taste of her own medicine.
Oh!
Lovely tope through the ropes there. And it seems that the momentum of this match has shifted, but it comes back again.
Ren's having none of that. Throws her into the back.
And now we're seeing the outside work again. Although, to be fair, this was caused by Panda Jerk throwing her outside in the first place, but now they're outside, she is beginning to utilise all of the tools around her. That floor is padded, but it's not particularly padded very strongly.
You ever taken a back bump onto gym mats? It's not fun.
Exactly. Working again with the leg drop onto the head from the apron. She goes for a third submission. Wrapped around her neck. She must have amazingly strong neck muscles. Working both the legs and the neck, and also crushing the lower back against the head now. Panda's on the gap. No.
Ren, one of the most well-rounded members of the women's division. She just seems to know her way around the ring and how to utilise her own strengths.
Going into something here.
Rampage into the corner. Oh!
Rampage.
Bounces off the second turnbuckle.
Good lord, she's out.
That's got to be it.
She is out. Good night, Vienna. Ren, of course, claiming victory. Good luck kicking out of that. She looks...
A big victory for Ren.
She looks like she knew it was coming all along.
She wants nothing more than to be queen of the women's division.
The look of quiet reservation there is speaking volumes. It's weird, this change in her, that she is playing a lot cleaner than she used to, but
she's still very dangerous, very dangerous. One to look forward to in the women's division.
Exactly. And we are back.
And who's starting us off? Oh, who's this? Oh, here we are, folks.
Marshall Mary, one half of the NSFW Tag Team Champions, with his brother in the back there.
One of the most dangerous men in the NSFW. Not only, obviously, tag champion, but has been a strong performer in previous Rumbles. Did you know he came third in the first ever regional Rumble?
And do you remember the brutal tag team match between them and the TRP in Aim for the Top, which involved a horribly violent backstage brawl. They came out victorious and almost wrecked the Brown Brothers in half in the process.
And whereas the Merry Men like to get down and serious,
oh my! This is going to be interesting.
The Playboy himself, Captain Valentine, representing Team Decker.
Decker have not had a particularly good start to this road.
But like, we know about Washu, Ian and Chris, but where does Valentine work into this?
I think it's best to not question it. He will find any little slot to squeeze himself into, and you just have to ride back and accept it.
I mean, it does seem like he's kind of got a similar way of looking at things to, say, the fan service Lord Chris.
Yes, I'm surprised that they didn't go through together. Maybe it's Chris doesn't have the dance moves. I think this is probably an executive decision by Valentine not to accept Chris then.
Valentine, one of the more flamboyant members of the NSFW roster, came out short in the four-way match.
Indeed he did.
Was actually, as far as I remember, was not actually involved in the decision.
Ooh.
So some may say that he still has a lot to prove.
Yeah, he's still technically, he hasn't, although he's only technically tasted defeat so far.
Big shoulder tackle from the top rope by Marshall Merry. Again, we can't overstate just how dangerous the Merrys are. They are, whether it be in single competition or in tag team competition.
A brutal knee strike as we see there, just exacerbating that. How you have to have your A game when you face the Merrys. Any weakness,
not even a one count.
Any weakness, any issue with your fighting, and they will exploit it and will leave you bleeding or worse.
Takes him down to the mat.
As you see, Count Foley is outside as well, and it's not unknown for him to get inside if the going looks a little tricky. As hard as it is fighting one Merry, when you go out there, you are almost definitely going to be fighting two.
Valentine's going to need the chair.
Exactly. But he loses it almost as quickly as he gains it.
Merry takes it away. He doesn't need it. Oh!
Wow! Game changer right there.
Is that it already for Captain Valentine?
No. Can't be serious. Valentine showing a lot of strength, not being taken down by that game changer, but it seems that Merry is not done. Oh, beautifully sidestepped there to avoid the chest punch. He's now psyching him up. Okay, it's
oh,
yes! Right across the chin.
That wind up punch,
even with the helmet, still completely knocks him down. Wow!
What was that?
A 630.
1, 2. Ooh!
Amazing jump down. I'm amazed that he was able to pull that off there. Nearly goes a full 2 revolutions off the top rope, and only takes him out for a 2. That shows the strength of the Merrys. And immediately looks back into a suplex. Just like he's going for the arm breaker. He gets it extended. This could be... No, he powers out. It's very, very interesting.
You know who Captain Valentine reminds me of?
Go on.
He reminds me of that guy, Captain Beaumont, from the third Rumble. Remember him? Very similar stature, very similar movesets.
What became of him anyway?
I heard he was in a traffic accident and is unable to remember his life.
Oh dear. I wish Valentine would want to forget this one as he's caught in another lock. This time it's his legs. And he's just so close to the ropes, but it's
all he has to do is just keep his arm straight.
Oh, he's going for the other way. He's trying to take out his knee. That is an interesting one now, isn't it? He's clearly hopping now. That would have done a lot of damage to him. But it seems that the Marys can just transition from one move into another. And now he's in the corner. And he's being worked on. No, he's not. Valentine's swept him right off his feet.
You can hear Count Merry at ringside voicing his complaints to the referee about Valentine's actions.
Only gets a 2 from the axe kick. And you can't quite believe it.
Marshall at this point has only got one singles match under his belt for NSFW, and that was in a very decisive, although fairly cheeky win against Danny Churchill at Revengeance. Hid underneath the ring as Danny was making his way down, ambushed him, took him out, scored a decisive win, levels the EMAG and NamSoc series 1 apiece.
But it doesn't matter how you get it, as long as you get it.
Count Merry at ringside
Merry is in trouble here now.
Count Merry at ringside also won his match.
What is this?
Oh wait!
What is it? Is it? It's the happy ending. His legs are. He's choking him out.
What is this?
Whoa. It's a family show, boy.
Wait!
He's tapped out.
He's out. Tombstone.
He just dropped him on his. What? Yeah, Valentine wins. Signing
off that victory with a bullet. A bullet for his Valentine, you could say. Silly segue, but it doesn't matter. He's won his match. He's won his debut. And Marshall Merry, the tag team champ.
That's a brutal loss here.
He finally has a loss to his record.
That is surprising. That is amazingly surprising. I'm very worried, actually. What did I just watch? And do you have the phone number for an electrician to bring me some electric bleach?
No.
Does electric bleach exist?
Maybe.
Because I want it now and I want it in my eyes.
A very uncharacteristic approach. Phil Presidente is coming down to the ring with mic in hand. Now, Phil's been the kind of guy that when he wants to express himself, he does it in the ring via his actions. It's very rare we get actual interviews with him.
Indeed, you're right. Of course, one of the forerunners of NSFW in the early days.
He doesn't look very happy though. What was that all about? How can he come out here and say that he's never been given an opportunity. The guy is one of the most decorated stars in our company, and he's saying it's not enough?
Well, he doesn't have the belt. It's the biggest prize in the company, and he believes that he wants it.
But he's even saying that everything else up to that point, it doesn't mean anything. It's like, you've got everything but the belt. He has no right to complain.
Well, when you see the things that people go through to get the belt,
I don't know.
I can see it.
I'm not happy with his attitude. I'm really not. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our main event of the evening. And kicking it off, representing the Outcast Club, Lolly Matt.
As you may remember him from the NamSoc number 4. Putting a rather decent, if not particularly memorable performance. I believe he got a couple of eliminations, didn't he?
He did. He lasted about 7-8 minutes as well.
I'm being stuck. I have no idea who is supporting him. I'm very confused, actually.
No, but that's the thing. You say, I don't know. That's its name, whatever it is.
Oh God.
It has been confirmed. However, I'm just getting it through my earpiece that the referee is telling, he's just telling I don't know that for this matchup, based on the interference he caused at Aim for the Top, he will not be allowed at ringside for this match. He's allowed to escort, but he's not allowed to stay, which may put Lollymat in a very treacherous position.
Indeed. Well, not particularly treacherous if he's going from 2-on-1 to 1-on-1. However, he is indeed against this Thai bag of beastliness.
What do we say about this man?
Other than run.
Big moments, controversies, and a new, he's obviously changed his mindset from Aim for the Top because he seems to think he's got a bit more authority nowadays.
Well, he proved his authority in the first Regional Rumble by winning by what can only be described as osmosis.
Well, he didn't win it, he tried. Reports say that he had to break, he somehow broke the Rumble twice and still lost from a #1 position. However, going back to the first Revengeance, he did face off against Phil Presidente in a Full Metal Mayhem match and won.
That he did.
Of course.
This was bad blood from the first Rumble, in which, of course, although I did say he won the Rumble, that's only in one multiverse. And clearly, this is the multiverse theorem at work.
Jim got him in that Boston Crab.
Very strong start from Jim. Matt has already gone out and has begun to grab a weapon. It's a baseball bat this time.
Again, he hasn't got, I don't know, and he's not proven himself in one-on-one competition without the need of interference.
And even with the weapon, it seems that he's not exactly working out for him, as Jim has, almost as soon as it's begun, grabbed the weapon and used it against him.
Some may say that Lollymat at the beginning of this match has been quite desperate. Moving towards that commentary table. No!
It's fight or flight now. Oh!
Managed to fight out the suplex.
As we see. He was able to catch Jim in his trap, and now he's starting to work outside with him. Crucifix there, and remember we've said how thin the mats are. That is going to wreak havoc on his neck.
Oh!
And that is 2.
Vicious DDT to the outside. Again, trying to not utilise the ring so much. The ring for Lollymat, by the looks of it, is probably the most unsafe place for him. He wants to use the weapons, he wants to use the outside, he wants to wear down the opponent as much as possible elsewhere.
And also, when he's at the ring, he will lose.
But even look at that. He's just torn the pad off the turnbuckle.
All we've got there is just pure steel. anyone whose head goes in there is probably going to get cut open. Who is this?
Wait,
oh, wow.
wait a minute.
What?
Martz wasn't
Martz
supposed to be here tonight. Carlos said he wasn't booked.
Where's the security on this?
And Jim and Martz are fighting
Jim's
each other.
starting to deal with the security on Martz here.
And Matt, he's keeping away. He's keeping away. He's seeing this.
Doing it, yeah.
He's looking in on this and thinking, well, Martz is taking care of it. Wait.
Gets him in electric chair. What? No. No.
Oh, no.
Oh my God.
Was that the gunbuster?
Good Lord.
He keeps changing it.
Good Lord. It's
still, regardless.
Is that
He's
it?
got Jim down. 1, 2.
What?
Wait.
Jim loses? Lolly Matt just got a win there. He didn't get the win.
It's that damn Martz that just cost Jim a match against Lollymat.
That is...
But why?
There is going to be hell to pay at Revengeance, it seems.
But it's like, what? Why? Who knows? Who really cares? But we'll probably find out next week because that's the end of our program.
I wish we could be more. I wish we could give you more information, but we're as confused as you are.
Well, we're gonna have to find out. We're gonna have to have some discussions with the committee. But in the meantime, that's it for the show. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us today. We'll tune in next time for day 3 of the tour, and maybe we'll get some answers to this. I mean, who knows what's happening?
There are no words.
Everything's going wrong.
Wow.
But it feels so right.